Pressure gauges are an essential tool for measuring pressure in a wide range of industrial applications. In certain environments, these gauges need a little extra protection. That's where diaphragm seals come in. In this video, we'll explore what a diaphragm seal is, what they are used for, and how different materials like plastic and stainless steel can meet your specific needs. Hi, I'm Rick Bovenseep, your host for today's Hot Minute. What are diaphragm seals? Diaphragm seals are also known as chemical seals. They are a device installed between your pressure gauge and your process media. They create a barrier to protect the internal components of the gauge from direct contact with the fluid being measured. Inside the diaphragm seal, a fluid, usually machine oil, transmits the pressure from the process through the diaphragm to the gauge, ensuring accurate readings without contamination or damage. Why are diaphragm seals used? Diaphragm seals are crucial for protecting pressure gauges in environments where standard pressure gauges may not survive. They are commonly used for corrosive fluids like acids or chemicals that will cause damage to the pressure gauge, sanitary operations such as food and beverage processing, high viscosity or high particulate media such as treatment facilities, or even extreme temperature environments such as high temperature. Without a diaphragm seal, your gauge may suffer corrosion, contamination, or mechanical failure over time. With one properly sized and installed, you can extend the life of your pressure gauge and ensure reliable, safe operation of your process. What are the types of diaphragm seal constructions? There are three main types. We have welded, we have bolt together, and we have screw together. Each design serves specific operation and maintenance needs. Screw together diaphragm seals feature threaded connections, making quick and simple to open and reassemble. These are particularly useful in lightweight or where plastic fittings are being used. Welded diaphragm seals are permanently fused together. This creates a leak-proof, tamper-resistant design. This type is ideal for applications where high durability and minimal maintenance are required. And the final are bolt-together diaphragm seals. Bolt-together diaphragm seals are allowed for easy disassembly and maintenance. They are commonly used where regular cleaning and maintenance and inspection are required. Some diaphragm seals also have an optional flush-out port. This port is essential for flushing out process media that contains sediment or particulate that could clog the diaphragm seal and reduce pressure accuracy over time. This port allows operators to clear packages without fully disassembling the seal, improving maintenance efficiency and uptime. If your diaphragm seal does have one of these optional flush-out ports, an option would be to install a shut-off valve before the system is put under pressure. This would allow flushing without having to completely turn off your system. Here we're unscrewing a diaphragm seal that is made out of PVC. Notice how the threaded design allows for easy access to the diaphragm. This is especially beneficial for cleaning and replacing components in corrosive or contaminated environments. Regardless of what type of construction used, there are three main basic parts. You have your upper fitting, your lower fitting, and your diaphragm. The diaphragm is a key component between the process media and your pressure gauge, ensuring accurate readings and protecting the gauge from damage. Contact the manufacturer for size and material recommendations. In this specific application, we have an EPDM rubber diaphragm seal. Diaphragm seals are made from a variety of materials, such as Viton, Teflon, and stainless steel. Each material offers unique benefits, from chemical resistance of plastic to the strength and durability of stainless steel. Selecting the right material and construction is essential for assuring optimal performance in your specific application. Diaphragm seals are an essential tool for ensuring the longevity and reliability of your pressure gauges, especially in challenging environments. Whether you need the chemical resistance of Viton and Teflon or the durability of stainless steel, there's a diaphragm seal suited for your needs. Investing in the right seal not only protects your equipment, but also improves safety and efficiency of your operations. In our next segment, we will discuss how to properly mount your diaphragm seal to your pressure gauge. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on industrial solutions from H.O. Terraires. In this video segment, we're going to show you the proper way of mounting your pressure gauge to your diaphragm seal. To mount our pressure gauge to our diaphragm seal, we're going to need some tools. We're going to need our properly sized diaphragm seal, our pressure gauge, which is the correct span, our liquid sealant. This is option 1. Follow the manufacturer's recommendations for use. Teflon tape, which is a preferred method. Next, we're going to need a wrench for tightening. And last, we're going to need proper personal protective equipment. The first step in mounting the pressure gauge to a diaphragm seal is inspection of the pressure gauge itself. We want to make sure that the threads are free of damage and are clean of dust, dirt, and debris. Our second step is checking our diaphragm seal. We want to make sure that the fill media is stamped on the side, and that the upper and lower fittings are also free of damage and are clean. We do want to notice the fill port. Once we have inspected our pressure gauge on a diaphragm seal, it is now time to get the threads ready for mounting. In this instance, we're going to use Teflon tape, and we're going to start wrapping the threads by 3 even wrap, coating all of the exposed male thread. Once the wrapping is complete, we are going to cut the threads and smooth it out, making sure there are no lumps or stray threads. Once we've applied the Teflon tape, it is time to mount the pressure gauge to the diaphragm seal. We're going to find the top mounting port and slowly start screwing our diaphragm seal to our pressure gauge. Do not use the case to tighten the gauge to the diaphragm seal. We're going to use a wrench, and initially this step is going to be hand tight and should not be any more than hand tight. Now that we got our diaphragm seal hand tight to our gauge, we need to make the final torque adjustments. First thing we're going to want to do is find the fill port. We're going to want that perpendicular to the front or the back for easy filling. And then we're going to mount it in our vise. And for this video, I have our fill port facing the screen. I'm going to make a final tightening, then a slight torque, and make that perpendicular to the fill port. Once that adjustment is made, the diaphragm seal assembly is ready for fill. Now that we have our gauge properly mounted to our diaphragm seal, it is time to fill the assembly. Hi, I'm Rick Bovenseep, Engineering Coordinator here at H.O. Traers, and today I'm going to show you how to properly fill a diaphragm seal assembly. Since we will be working with chemicals, it is important to follow our company's policy for personal protective equipment regarding chemical exposure. In this case, we will have gloves and safety glasses. The method we're going to use is we're going to have a syringe that is filled with our fill media, which is going to be machine oil, and a syringe, a ball valve, and a proper adapter, similar to this one right here. We do want to have at least 20 cc's of machine oil inside the syringe when we go and fill it. And our cap has a cut on the top to allow venting to prevent any type of vacuum. And then when the air does bubble through the machine oil, it won't bubble outside the syringe, making your vacuum chamber a mess. Now we have to connect our syringe to our diaphragm seal. And what we want to do is identify the diaphragm seal fill port. In this case, it is right here, up towards the top, perpendicular to the face. We're going to take our Allen wrench. We are going to remove our sealing set screw. We do recommend a magnetic stainless steel tray to keep all of the parts together. And then we remove the sealing stainless steel ball screw. This is a critical component. Without it, your diaphragm seal will not remain filled after it's done. Once we've opened up our diaphragm seal fill port, we can connect our syringe assembly. And this can be just hand tight. And then we are going to open up the ball valve to allow the machine oil to flow into the diaphragm seal assembly. And now we put it inside our vacuum chamber. It is important that the syringe stays vertical. We put our lid back on, fire up our gauge, and then once we turn on our vacuum, we should start to see air start bubbling through the oil. Now, all we have to do is draw a vacuum in our vacuum chamber down to at least 5,000 microns, so we don't see any more bubbling for 20 to 30 seconds. Once that is done, all the air is evacuated, and then the diaphragm seal is ready to fill. Okay, now that we're back, our vacuum is about 1,800 microns. We haven't had any bubbles for 20 to 30 seconds. Now it's time that we fill the diaphragm seal by simply breaking the vacuum. And as we let air into the chamber, you should see the level of machine oil go down as it flows into the seal. Once this process is done, it can be repeated as needed until all of the air is evacuated out of the diaphragm seal assembly. From now, we are going to remove the diaphragm seal chamber cover, remove our seal assembly, and remove the syringe. First thing we do is we turn the seal off, or turn the syringe off, and unscrew the syringe assembly and place it back in our rack. Reinstall our stainless steel ball bearing, and then install our set screw and tighten down. If a little oil comes out of the screw, that is perfect. That is telling you that it is properly filled. Once that screw is tightened down, the seal is ready to go on our calibrator to make sure that the pressure is correct. If the correct pressure reading is not achieved, the filling process can be repeated to evacuate any remaining air inside a diaphragm seal assembly. Once that is done, your diaphragm seal assembly is ready to go into service. Remember to like and share. Welcome to the Hot Minute. Thank you for watching.